Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. This time around, I'm going to take another look at some more small press comics. And mini comics. Okay? They are everywhere. But most that I get are, for obvious reasons, are locally produced because they don't get distributed nearly as well as regular comics do. And these books are usually produced as a labor of love by the creators, and I think that shows through. Even though the level of writing and artistic merit range from the juvenile and stick figure quality to some very accomplished artwork. Okay, now here you see right off the bat is this mini comic. This is Know Me Now, the 5th collection of Spina Doodles by Sam Spina. Now, Sam Spina, I have known him slightly, again from the Denver Drink and Draw group, and met him a few times. He's participated in some of the local small press shows and stuff. And this here, he has, and I think Spina Doodles is primarily online, a web comic. And and this is a photograph of him on the cover. And he does a variety of things. He gets, and from what I understand, which is recounted in here, because this book is, and his Spina Doodles, is a diary comic. And this is by Tinto Press, published by Tinto Press. And so he does these books there. Well, it is a diary comic. It's not everything, day by day. And from what I understand, unless he's come back, he is he and his wife have moved away. But Sam Spina, you can see he's very stylized in his artwork. There's some nice little quirky things in his work, retelling about events. He talks about, he had even did a short, animated short for Cartoon Network, I think it was. And he talks about some of the things he's done, involved in that in here, like when having to go to California, and always working on that. And this also recounts like him getting married and then moving away, and after Fluke, and some of the things they've done, places they've seen, etc., etc. And of course, this is a thick book, square bound, high quality printed piece here. And then this is also a book by him called Fight. It's a little graphic novel, mini comic, and I have to. And he got this is from this book is from 2014. This particular book is 2014. This is from 2011, and he did this, and he got a grant. I think it was one of, if not the last grant from the Zurich Foundation, which was helping small press stuff get started, get their stuff published. And I have to tell you, Sam, if you ever happen across this, I like you, man, but I did not like this book. It's been years since I've read it, but as I recall, it was just seemed incoherent, and I didn't make it out. But I loved this book. So this is the way to go. And then here we have 0 Hour, The Missing Years, Patty Lady's 0 Hour. And it's just strips. A bunch of guided strips. And from what I understand, this one is a reprint from, because this was published in 2007, but I gather it's reprinting material from 1991. And it's some fun little light stuff. It's and it is not intended for kids with language and you know, some adult themes, but it is adult humor. And a fun little read. Then here by local guy Dan Connor. He's a Facebook friend, and I've met him at some of the shows, and we talked, corresponded, and exchanged stuff. And this one here is My Gal the Zombie, which is he was doing some local things like this, but I guess he got some the My Gal the Zombie thing took off, and he's published graphic novels, regular graphic novels of his work, including My Gal the Zombie. I have one somewhere. I don't know where it is offhand. And you see some of the photo stuff. This was this particular one was actually a promotional piece, not for so much for himself, but it says created, written, and drawn by Dan Connor. And of course, My Gal the Zombie is this guy's girlfriend, who is a zombie. And she's a major character. She's a good character. Good guy character. Here's some alternate covers for various things. But I guess his character was picked up as a horror host for a TV show, for a TV station in Chicago. I don't understand all the ins and outs, but it's a fun little thing. He's got a very loose here. But he's got a very loose style. He is a big Archie fan, for example, and his favorite artist, he said, I think he said Dan Parent, but I'm not sure. Whoever it is one of the Archie artists, and he has even done some variant covers for some Archie projects. And here's another one. We could produce very formidable progeny. This is, heaven forbid, he would, it's a storyline, he does, a title that he has done, heaven forbid. And again, you see his style is very, very loose and fluid, and extremely cartoonish. Now, this particular book is a flip book. On the other side is Son of Zeus versus Son of Yahweh, and it's the battle between Jesus and Hercules. And I do have to point out, now he has also been doing some coloring work for a publisher who's, if I remember correctly, is publishing the Harvey characters. And he may correct me if I'm misremembering. But I don't know the name of the publisher, and I don't even know where they're selling these books, because I don't see those books at the comic shops. So I don't know where they're going. And he's had shows, a gallery show. I went to a gallery showing of his a few years ago, which has had matted and framed drawings and pages on display. I don't remember if they were for sale or not. And this is kind of a humorous little thing, and it's only the beginning. And then makes comparisons to Heracles, and the story of Jesus a little bit. And here he talks about how Kevin Sorbo and Lou Ferrigno have played him in movies, and Disney even has a movie of him and stuff like that. So it's some fun reading. This other one, it's of course magazine sized. Actually, it's the 11 by 14 inch paper, Xerox and folded doubles, makes it magazine sized. And this is called Adventures in Telemarketing by Z. Dick Daly. And I don't know anything about him. I don't know where it's from. And these are signed and numbered. This particular copy is 24 of 72 from 2019, and it's some weird little stuff, but it has some nice artwork. I got this secondhand. So reel them in, and it's just some silly stuff about working in a telemarketing company. But it has some really nice draftsmanship, some neat line work, and is rather illustrative. And I think it's a nice little piece and a lot of fun. And I always encourage our local creators, other creators, small press creators. And I encourage you, wherever you're at, to hunt some out. They're relatively inexpensive, and there's some fun reading, and you help out some of your local creators. And so, thank you for joining me. And please like, share, subscribe. Share this with other people who might be interested in small press, or people who don't know anything about small press. And leave your comments. What do you think of the small press mini comics? These in particular, are you familiar with any of these? Or what small press and mini comic creators are you familiar with? Anything like that, please let me know. And remember, comics are art.